Hello everyone, Andrea here. I hope you're all well and have had a good week so far. Today we're going to work on strengthening the muscles in our tummy. So the muscle of the tummy on our front and at the sides, they're our core muscles. Before we start, make sure you've washed your hands, just in case we work on the face at all. We probably won't today, but it's always good before we do any of these sessions to wash your hands. Also, wear comfortable clothing and sit on a chair like this if possible. If you've got one chair with arms, that's fine, especially for today because there's not much movement. Okay, so we're going to start by doing some breathing techniques. So I'll get you to sit back in your chair so you're nice and relaxed. And we're going to pop our hands on our tummies. So we're going to just do some breathing just to relax us and calm us. So we're going to breathe in through our nose. Nice and deeply, and your tummy will expand. So breathe in and hold that breath for a second, and then really slowly breathe out through your mouth. Till all the air's gone, and then breathe in again. And tummy will inflate. Hold that breath and then breathe out nice and slowly through your mouth. It's a very calming thing to do. So if you're feeling anxious or worried at all, it's really good to just do these deep breathing, just focusing on breathing in, filling the tummy all the way down, holding that breath, and then focusing on just breathing out through your mouth. Good. Okay, now we're going to sit forward slightly and we're going to work on strengthening our lungs. So we're just going to put our hands on our ribs and then we're going to breathe in again deeply through our nose, and our ribs will come out. Breathe in as much as you can, and then we're going to breathe out going. That's really good for strengthening your lung capacity, for strengthening your lungs. Okay, so we're going to breathe in through our nose to begin with. Feel those ribs expanding. Breathe in as deeply as you can. And then hold that breath, and then we're going to slowly through our mouths go, and that helps just get rid of all the stale air. It's really good, it really strengthens everything. So we should try that one again. Breathing in, our lungs and our ribs are expanding. Hold that breath, and then we're going to go. That's really good for strengthening our lungs. That's lovely. Right, okay, so now we're going to go for a bit of a massage. So if we've had a large breakfast, lunch or dinner, it's good to help with the digestion. So we're just going to start by having our hands just underneath your rib cage here, just underneath the diaphragm. We're just going to slowly run your hand all the way down to your navel. And it's good for the digestion. Just helps everything get moving. We're going to run all the way down the middle and then all the way down the side, nice and slowly. And then we're going to go down the other side. And then last of all, down the middle again. And that's great. Now there's another massage move we can do, which is where you just make like a wave with your hand, like that. And we're going to run that all the way across the tummy. And it's really good for helping indigestion and also for helping just relax your stomach muscles before we go into the stretches. So we're just going to start on the right hand side, and we're going to do like a wave movement, like a caterpillar, almost across from one side to the other. So we're going to do 1, 2 and 3, all the way across, all the way from the top of your tummy, all the way down to the bottom. It's like a wave. That's good, and that just helps relax all the muscles and helps with our digestion, helps with any indigestion. Lovely. And this can be done sitting in a chair, or it can be done laying down in the night if you have any tummy problems in the night. Good, okay. So now we're going to go and sit in correct posture. So to do that, we sit forward in our chair just a little bit so that you've got a bit of a that gap between your back and the chair. Sit with your feet flat on the floor, knees hip width apart, hands on the thighs, and we're just going to start rocking from side to side. This just helps us sit properly in the chair so we're nice and solid. Okay, so then we've got our base solid. We're going to move up the body. So we're just going to roll our shoulders back and round, not hugely, just a little bit. So we're going to go up and round, and you'll find that you're sitting in correct posture now anyway. It can feel quite strange because we're used to, especially when we're relaxing, sort of slumping down a bit. So this can feel quite odd if your spine feels very straight. So to take it further, we're just going to imagine we've got a piece of string attached to our head and it's attached to the ceiling. It's like pulling us up, just like a puppet on a string. So we've got this piece of string pulling us up towards the ceiling. Okay, there we are. And then finally, we've got a piece of string attached to our belly button and it's going to pulling our belly button back in towards our backbone. So holding that tummy in. And we just sit there. So we've got feet flat on the floor, hands on the thighs, legs hip width apart, nice and solid on our seats, rolling our shoulders round and back, imagining that piece of string from your head up to the ceiling and then pulling that piece of string, pulling our tummies back into our backbone. And we just sit there for a minute. Now, when I go into the moves, we're going to try and maintain this posture as much as possible because it'll help strengthen our tummy muscles. If they feel too much at any time, any of the stretches, any of the moves, just go back to sitting in this position. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to sit forward just a little bit so I can move my legs. So we're going to go into the first move. So this is just holding the tummy in, imagine that posture, and then we're just going to lift the leg, one leg up, and then bring it down to the ground nice and slowly. And then we're going to go to the other side and we're going to lift the other leg up and down. And you can hold onto the side of the chair just to give you a bit more balance, and then lift the other leg up nice and slowly, maintaining that posture, holding that tummy in, and then the other leg up nice and slowly, and then back down to the ground. And you do that as often as possible. Just practice those moves. Okay, do one more time, up and then down. Okay, now keeping our tummies in, back straight, we're going to go to our next move, which is just a twist. So we're going to have our hands behind our heads, holding our tummies in, backs nice and straight, imagining that string pulling our heads up to the ceiling, and then we're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're just going to slowly twist over to the left-hand side. Just go into that stretch. That's lovely. Holding that tummy in and then breathing in and breathing out and then going back to the middle. Lovely. And then breathing in. And as we breathe out, we're going to twist over to the right-hand side now. So just twisting over, looking at that wall. And you can feel this all the way down the side muscles here. There are your obliques. Breathing in. And then back to the middle. I'll do that one more time. Over to the side. See if you can take it just slightly further this time. And then slowly back to the middle again. Breathing in and then breathing out. And over to the right. That's lovely. Okay, so just shake our hands down. So we've had our hands up in the air, that gets the circulation going again. Okay, right, so you can try both of those moves, but if you feel strong enough, it feels comfortable, we're going to try lifting the leg and twisting to the side at the same time. So here we go. So we're going to breathe in, we're going to lift the leg up and then twist to the side and breathing out as we lift the leg and then down. And then we're going to try lift the other leg and then twisting to the other side, holding that tummy in, breathing nice and deeply in and out. And breathing in, lifting the leg and breathing out into the stretch. And the tendency is to lean back, so try not to lean back, just try and hold your tummy in and your spine up nice and straight and lifting up and then twisting to the side and breathing out and then back to the middle again. That's great. Okay. So we're just going to loosen off the side a bit more. So we're going to feet flat on the floor. We're going to go into some hip rotation. So we're just going to rotate over our knees and then go all the way back into the chair. So over we go. We can do this 4 times. Going to go around, nice big circles, around, and then one more time. And then we're going to go around the other way. This just loosens off the hips. We're going to go around the other way, leaning back, and round, and round. One more time. Come around with these now. I'd say it's 4. Lovely, round. And then we're going to go into a stretch just before we go to the other moves. So hand on the chair just for support, feet flat on the floor. Bring this arm up, point to the ceiling, and then we're going to lean over to the side. You feel a nice stretch all the way down the side here. And hold that stretch for a minute. We're going to go down, and then we're going to go around the other side. Up we come. And then leaning over. That's it, to the other side. Nice big stretch down the other side. Okay, shake those hands. Right, so now we're going to go into a side stretch. So remembering that posture, bottom, feet flat on the floor, remembering that string, pulling your head up to the ceiling. Here we go. So tummy in, and we're going to hands behind our head, and we're going to breathe in, and we're going to breathe out. We're just going to move, lean over to the side. Just into that stretch. And that's quite a strong stretch. You'll feel it all the way down the side and your oblique muscles. Just stay there for a second, and then breathing in, and then back to the middle. And then we're going to lean over to the other side, breathing in, and then out into that stretch. And just hold that for a second. And then we'll try that one more time. Now each time you go into a stretch the second time, you'll probably find you can move a little bit further. So I'm eating my hair, sorry. Can breathe in, and then out to the other side. And you'll probably find that you can lean just a bit further over. Don't strain it. If it feels pinchy or sharp at all, just take it back. So breathing in. One last time, breathing over and leaning over to the other side. Okay, and up we come. Okay, shake those hands. So now we're going to work the muscles that are really tightly fixed in your tummy, the internal obliques they're called. They're it's quite a gentle move, but it's quite strong. So hands out straight, palms down, and we're just going to move from side to side, just like we're wiggling, but we're going to do it really slowly and try and keep our bottom half still, which is quite tricky. So if we just fix ourselves in our chair, give a little bit of a wiggle and sit there. Arms out straight, make sure they're parallel, palms down, and the side we're going to move, we're going to tip the palm up, and then we're going to just move our waists over to the side and just stay there for a second, and then turn that palm down, come back to the middle, and then the other palm up, and then over to the other side into that stretch, and then palm down, back to the middle, breathe in, palm up, lean over to the other side, back to the middle, palm down, and one last time, other palm up, and then lean over to the other side. It takes a bit of practice, a bit tricky trying to keep your bottom half still and the top half moving. Right, so now we're going to go into just a side twist. We do this at the day centre, feet flat on the floor, hands on the chair, other hand behind you, and then we're just going to look back, and that goes into a nice twist all the way down the side of your body. It's quite a strong stretch. We'll just sit there for a minute. And we're going to come back to the middle, and we go around to the other side. So that hand on the chair, other hand behind you, sitting up nice and straight, and then twisting around and looking behind. Okay, that's great. Now we're nearly there. So for the last stretch today, we're going to work on, there's a muscle which runs all the way down here. It's a very strong muscle, a very big muscle called the rectus abdominis, and we're going to straighten that and stretch it today. So feet flat on the floor, and then we're going to breathe in. We're going to bring our arms up to the ceiling, big stretch, palms forward, and just stretch up as high as you can go. Then you can put your palms together, and we're going to bring them down in front of us, so they sit in front of your chest. Okay, and I'm going to breathe in, stretching up as high as we can go, palms forward, and then palms together, and then bringing them down in front of our chests. And then one last time, just to finish, all the way up, high as you can go, palms forward, palms together, and down. Just give that a shake. There we are. That's stretching and strengthening our tummy muscles today. I hope you liked the video. I'll be doing more, so more coming next week. Have a lovely rest of the week. Bye for now.